Okay, first I'm using my new tripod, or it's a tripod. I don't know what to call it. I'm using it for the first time. But hey, it's been 2 months. Guys, 2026 has been 2026ing. It's been, what is it, March? Damn. It's March. It's March. It's currently March. But hey, I owe y'all an update. The last girl on my team videos was 2 months ago. I posted some shorts, but you know. January was something, you know, back to school, dealing with the first quarter. And then I made a post for a week. Hey, the girl, she needed a break. We're gonna call it that mental break. But I did try to do my work. I did as much as I can. And now I'm in the second quarter of my second semester. It's been a lot. But I also been side questing and planning a whole bunch. As I told you guys, Girl in Her Teens is me, you know, living my life in my teens. I'm going to do my 75 hard challenge soon. I'm gonna get there. It's gonna happen. But I've also been branching out with my creativity. You know, it's coming back to me. So back in 2022, 2023, a bit of 2021, in middle school, I was obsessed with creating characters and building my own story in my own head. That has recently resurfaced. I have 9 stories that I'm currently working on. I have to pick one, I know, but they're all so good. And let me show you. First of all, this is the main thing. I have all of my stuff in here. This book is filled with 3 stories, and then we have this one. I've been planning. I have been in my creative space. We got some stories on my Google Docs on the phone. We got some stories on, well, we had some stories on the school computer, but I wrote them all down, handwritten. We're gonna get into that. But I have just been adventuring with that. And with that, I'm gonna put it here, somewhere here, right here. I want to create a story channel, another YouTube channel that is around my stories, that goes with the process of designing the characters, what I do for my characters, how I lay them out digitally and on paper. We're gonna get down to the whole nitty-gritty with this channel, and it's coming soon. I'm gonna put my foot into it, and eventually I want to build a fan base for my characters. You know, I always imagine having people out in the world creating edits of my characters. You know, like, you know that, do you know what that would feel like to have people just out there in the world creating edits of your stories? That would be amazing. That would feel amazing. So with that, I hope to, you know, create that and get that point in my life where it's like, hey, that's a fan edit of my character. And eventually it will, what I plan to have do, what to plan have to do, what I plan to do is have the book version of it, then the manga for the manga readers, and then the show or movie of it, because you know there's diversity in people. Some people like to read. If they don't want to read, they have the manga, you know, to read while looking at pictures. If they don't want that, you got the show or the movie, to have multiple options for people, basically. This book is the book of all books. It has a lot of stuff in here. It did have my 75 hard, but I took it and put it off a poster. I haven't done a full about me. Hold on. Y'all about to know the real about me. Shout out to my friend Morgan who drew this. Me as a guiado. But, about me. My YouTube name is Kiyomi V. My nickname is Corey. Because, you know, some people can't pronounce Kiyomi, and Corey was a best alternate for that. I go by she, they. But I also don't mind she, her. So, that's there. I'm a freelancer with multiple things. I do not stick to one thing. I am a freelancer. I'm all over the place. And I'm very versatile. I have a lot of styles. Y2K, hobo, clean girl, streetwear, alt, emo, everything. But that is about me so far. And with that, I'm still trying to figure out who I am. So it's only a little bit about me. But hey, at least now you know a bit more about me. Right. In here we have my business goals and financial goals before 19, because I have this delusional dream of being rich and trying to be rich before I'm 19, and I really want to make that happen. But there's a part of me that's like, I don't think so. But I do, excuse me. I do have a plan of running a clothing brand one day, because I love fashion and I love clothes when it actually makes sense. Don't put two pieces in front of me and think I'm gonna. If they don't make sense, I'm gonna tell you they don't make sense. But I love fashion, and eventually I want to run my own clothing brand. I have actually my whole clothing brand line planned out. So a girl plans ahead. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but goals before 19. Trying. If I can't, then I'm gonna at least do it. I'm gonna get to it. The main thing is being more out there, because, you know, I say I'm an extrovert, but then sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm an actual homebody, and I just want to stay home, not talk to nobody. The phone be on D&D, and I don't know what to talk. But also with that, I like being outside. I like having fun. I like jumping around. Being me. Then I have my places I want to travel. My bucket list of traveling. I want to travel. I want to travel the world. I want to go to Japan, Tokyo. That's the same thing still. I want to travel. I want to have a binder full of Polaroid pictures or printed pictures of the places I've been. And I will eventually get an RV and use that RV to go travel with whatever friends, whatever family, whoever want to come. And the goal is to have a Pandora bracelet or a charm bracelet of each flag of everywhere I go, or at least something that can go on a charm bracelet to remind me. It's like, hey, I went there. You feel me? I'm sorry, guys. I started snacking. And then I'm going to put the bag down. Okay. Hobbies and things I want to do. Throughout my life. Remember, I'm still young. I don't have time. YouTube, I'm already doing that. I just have to be more consistent. Writing stories, I already doing that. Just got to be more consistent and actually getting them drafts and books out there. Fashion, I already said that. With fashion, I want to do modeling. I want to run on a runway. I want my mother to hold a magazine, open the magazine, and see her daughter in the magazine. That's my goal. Dance. I actually do dance. I danced when I was younger, I think like elementary, I was in a ballet class and I would dance my little feet out and I would be happy. For some reason, I stopped. But you know, when I listen to my music, my body just be doing a little. You know, I start my dancing, so I want to get back into dancing again because dancing actually helps me when I'm stressed and stuff. Graphic design. I took an interior design class, and then ever since then, I've just been stuck on design. Yeah. That's the only explanation I could give you at this moment. Podcast. Because I yap a lot. When my mind is set on something or I'm set on a specific topic, I yap about it. If I can. My parents will tell you I will sit and have conversations with myself and just yap. And it would make sense to me. It may not make sense to them or anybody else, but it would make sense to me. And you know, why not? It'd be fun. It'd really be fun. The next is movie making. Like I said, with my stories, I want them to eventually be shows, be animes, be like, I want to like have casting calls and actually find people, even find cosplayers. It's like, hey, you want to be in a movie or a show? I got this project. How much you want to be in my project? I want to be out there. Music, I'm still a bit hesitant on music. There's a part of me that loves music, you know, the part of me that actually sits, you know, dissect the beats, dissect the vocals in the song and just be jamming. There was a time where I did make music. It's not out there. But if it was, I'd probably be an R&B, hip hop, maybe a little bit of pop. Maybe, I don't know. Next, acting and voice acting. So, middle school, there was this book we was reading that was kind of like a play. And the way I got into it, the way I was acting when I got picked to cast a character, I loved it. I actually liked it a lot. And I want to be, like I said, I'm a freelancer. So a part of me is like, hey, I want to act in my own shows. I want to, you know, be my OCs. I want to act as one of my characters. I want to voice act one of my characters, my animated characters. Eventually, I want to do that. That's something I want to do. Why not? Put all of the goals there. And I know y'all see my bag of chips just sitting here. I told y'all I was snacking. Okay. You know, this is common. The teenage life, you know, this is the time where we start feeling a whole bunch of emotions. Sometimes we don't know how to process the emotions. So another thing that's in this book is, you know, fixing my mental, growing up mentally, spiritually, wherever I can, you know, to be okay with myself. Being able to just be comfortable with where I am in a clear mind state, not overthink so much, too much, because overthinking is normal. But the way I overthink is like tree branches, just from one thought. So eventually I want to get that under control. But it's a normal thing. My brain, I swear, sometimes that loading thing that be on computers is there. You can't see it, but you can see me just playing. But yeah, that's all in this book. And like I said, there's a lot of things I don't know. I could put it here.
It's like, it's kind of weird when you get to the shade.
My TikTok, my beginner TikTok page. I want to be a wig influencer. I have found interest in wigs. I like putting them on my head. I like styling them. And I recently found out you can get paid for just putting a wig on your head, styling it, and looking pretty in a video. Why not? So that's what I started my TikTok. The engagement is pretty good. It's different. I'm trying to remember. It's TikTok algorithm is different from my YouTube algorithm. So trying to remember the difference, but the support hasn't been bad, you know, bad. Another thing that just popped in my head when I was talking about the wigs, cosplay. I want to get into cosplay. I only did 2 cosplays out of my span of my 16 years. It was one time for Christmas. I got I don't know how to say the name. I'm just gonna put it here, over there. I'll probably even get a picture of the anime so you can actually see what I was talking about. But I was dressed up as that. That was my first cosplay. And then I was Nezuko for Halloween. This Halloween I plan to be Jinx though. You see how my mind is, how I'm already planning for Halloween, and it's not even nowhere near. Yeah. But for Halloween, I plan to be Jinx because Jinx is my favorite character, and I love Arcane, and I really hope they come out with a season 3. I pray they come out with a season 3 because what happened to my girl Jinx? I know she's not dead, but that's not the point. I want to see her. Sorry, I was snacking. But yeah, cosplay. I want to do cosplay. I want to cosplay my own characters. I would eventually be on the story channel where I cosplay my own characters, the ones that I can. But I want to do cosplay. I've always been interested in doing cosplay. But my main thing for this video was to give you guys an update and say that I am here. I am okay. I do have to work on being consistent with my channel. Be like the people that inspire me. Alex, Nadia, Jada Marie, Victory Marie. There's a lot of people I look up to when it comes to YouTube, and you know, I just gotta be consistent. Even if the head gotta be in a bonnet. Hey, at least it's something. It's something. I don't know how long this video is. It's little snippets. We will see when I edit it. But for now, that is all I have to present to you guys. And I hopefully will see you soon.